Yo, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Good morning to me. I just woke up, guys. My name is Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys with the NFL main slate video. If you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below, and make sure to hit that bell icon so you know when my videos drop, you'll be the first to know. And when I go live, guys, I do go live from time to time, so don't miss out on that. And if you're returning, welcome back. And if you're a part of the DFS Club, shout out to you, shout out to the club, and let's get this show on the road. All right, so before we get into it, guys, we got to get the homework out the way. If you want our lineups, our ownership, projections, top stacks, the members only podcast 1 hour before lock, guys. Can't miss radio, right? We do them for NFL, NBA, and if I have time, I do them for UFC. I don't know if I have time today, but I'm going to try. Again, you get our ownership, lineups, projections. You got DFS Space, myself. We got two providers in one, man. Space, Showdown Space. I call him Showdown Space because he's killing it in these NBA showdowns, man. It's real simple, guys. We cover every single sport. NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, tennis, NASCAR, soccer, esports, UFC. Got a card coming up in hour and a half. Let's go, Miranda Maverick. Let's go, Eric Anders. Let's go, Jillian Robinson. They've all been on my show. And so, yeah, shout out to them. WNBA, college sports, EuroLeague basketball. All you got to do is click join now. It's real easy, you guys. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS. And pick your plans, guys. We have our bronze, silver, and gold plans. We're the cheapest in the industry. We have 3-day passes if you guys just want to come check us out. You're still on the fence, like, I don't know, these guys might be full of it. But, yeah, man, I encourage you to at least come check us out. We cover Prize Picks, sports wagering, Draftkings, Fanduel, Yahoo, Underdog, you name it, guys. We cover it. Bankroll management. We have our own bankroll management video in the club in the Discord. So every single plan includes every single sport. So come check us out, guys. DFSclub.com. Don't you dare be sour. Come win with us, man. Every day, since we do every single sport, something's going on every day. So come check us out. All right, so let's bring up the slate, guys. We got to shout out Draft Dashboard, the sponsor of the video. It's only $1 for 30 days. You guys know the rule. Click the link in the description below. You can try it out for $1 for 30 days. $1, no obligation, no pushy salesman, none of that. Just $1, guys. It's not just an optimizer, but it's a research tool. I use it for all my videos except for UFC. All my research, guys. Check it out. Draft Dashboard, $1 for 30 days. Click on the link in the description below. All right, so let's take a look here at some injuries. So let's see here. Henderson's out for the Rams. That's not the main slate, but still, that's pretty big. Elijah Moore's out for the Jets, so I need to take him out of my season-long fantasy lineups, actually. And if you're still in the season long, man, congratulations. If this should be the last week, and then next week should be your playoff. So good luck, and even better luck if you made the bye week, man. That's awesome. TJ Hawkinson's doubtful. Let's just get into it. We'll go position by position, guys. And let me change the screen here a little bit so you guys can see it better. There we go. So quarterback, it's kind of ugly, this slate. I'm not going to lie. This slate's pretty ugly, period, but whenever I say that, that's when I seem to do the best. So for me, it's just I'm going to go real cut and dry, the most common sense plays. And then, try not to get too cute this week. I think it'll be just fine. You got Patty Mahomes at 8K. I'm a Raiders fan. I don't know if I am anymore since they moved again, but I've been watching Patrick Mahomes and these Chiefs beat the living hell out of my Raiders. Year in, year out, twice a year. Patrick Mahomes at 8K is my favorite pay-up quarterback, obviously. Josh Allen, Tom Brady going up against each other is fine, but I'd rather just get up to Patrick Mahomes against the Raiders. Way better matchup. Brady's got a tough matchup against Buffalo. Josh Allen has a tough matchup against Tampa, right? So they might cancel each other out. I don't know. You can't count last week's Buffalo game because that was a shitty weather game, but yeah, just give me Patrick Mahomes. GVPs, cash. He might be a GPP play, man. We'll see. Justin Herbert's going to be popular this week. I won't be on him because he's going to be missing one, maybe two pass catchers, so that might affect him. Give me Dak Prescott for 6-7, man. Gets the best matchup of the week going up against Washington Redskins, man. They're 32nd in the league. They give up the most fantasy points to quarterbacks. So give me Dak Prescott, 6.7K. Dallas stack is fine. Kansas City stack is fine. Hopefully they're just not too chalky, man. Taysom Hill going up against the Jets. Why not, man? He got 28 fantasy points last week. He got over 100 yards rushing. Yeah, 5.6K, GBP play only. Maybe cash. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the ownership looks like, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, Taysom Hill, just for his pure running, he's not, he's not known for his arm. I'll put it to you that way. And then Killer Cam Newton, I'm willing to find out, man, if last time was a fluke or what, because the game before that, he looked pretty damn good. Got 26 DraftKings points, but it's against Atlanta, guys. I don't know a quarterback this year that's failed against Atlanta. They're second last in the league. So they give the second most fantasy points to quarterbacks in the league. So yeah, people probably won't be on Cam because they'll be afraid. I personally only play 3 lineups, so I'll have them in one for sure. I won't do a Carolina stack, but just a nice one-off. I think Cam Newton at 5.4. And that's it for quarterback, man. I mean, I'm not going to mess with Brady and Allen this week, but yeah, they're definitely in play. Lamar, he's in play. Russell Wilson can bounce back. He's in play. But these are just the players that I really like. Because I don't want to make a 2-hour video, It's a weekend, man. Everybody has stuff to do. Let's go to running back. We got Austin Eckler at 8.3. Yeah, Mike Williams should play. I believe he should be over the COVID protocols. But yeah, so without Keenan Allen, Eckler's already gets a lot of receptions, man. So going up against the Giants too, the Chargers just might run the ball, dump it off to Austin Eckler all game. I don't know, man, but I like his chances. I like the spot he's in at 8.3. Alvin Kamara is interesting at 7.9. Coming back from injury, the matchup is too freaking good, man. The Jets give up the most fantasy points to running backs in the NFL, 32nd in the league. But Taysom Hill's quarterbacking. So Taysom Hill just might hang on and run the ball himself. So he's either going to do that or he's just going to dish it off to Kamara. It's up to you guys. I mean, you don't have to stack Kamara and Hill together, but I would go as far as say is you play one or the other. I probably wouldn't play both together because one of those two is going to get all these touchdowns. So I'm not really high on the pass catchers. So yeah, but he's going to play one or the other. That's all I'm saying. Leonard Fournette's just been on an absolute tear, 7.4K. Buffalo's actually middle of the pack when it comes to running backs. I thought they'd be tougher because they have a really good defense, but they shut down wide receivers. Running backs, they're kind of middle of the field. So Leonard Fournette is just in line for a huge game. 22, 47, 13 in his last 3. I don't mind that. Jacobs, Edwards-Helaire, not at those prices, man. Edwards-Helaire is a great matchup, but you're just not getting there. Especially for 6.1K. You want at least a 20, man. Antonio Gibson against Dallas, 6K is fine. Just hope that Washington does not get blown out in this game because that would put Antonio Gibson on the bench. But, man, what a resurgence this kid's having. 23, 29 rushes in his last 2. Maybe Washington's game plan is to keep Dak off the field and then just freaking run the ball every play. I could see that going that way. So Antonio Gibson's in play at 6K. Javonte Williams at 5.9. Now, he'll be my favorite running back on the slate if Melvin Gordon down here is out. Melvin Gordon was limited in practice on Friday, so probably he'll play. We all hope not because we all want this Javonte Williams at 5.9, which is a smash play. But, for 5.9, I kind of like him anyway. We'll see what happens. But 33 and 20 in his last 2. Obviously, without Gordon, he's a no-brainer. But with the man, people might come off of him a little bit. So I might still have some shares. I'll have some Dontrell Hilliard, too. I had him in my season-long fantasy league, coming off a bye, too. He smashed, man. 12 rushes, 2 targets. He was doing everything. He's running back, wide receiver. He's one of these Cordell Patterson type of players. So we'll find a way to get him a part of that offense. So I do like Dontrell Hilliard, and I love the fact that nobody's talking about him. He's 5.3K. Double-digit fantasy points plus. Yeah, guys, I like him. Nobody's going to be on him. Chuba Hubbard's in play at 5'9". I know it's disgusting. Everyone just threw up in their mouths. I get it. But he's first in line, right? Cam does run the ball. So there's that factor too, just like with Kamara, right? Is Cam Newton going to run the ball in from the goal line, or is Chuba Hubbard? We don't know. But 5.9K is not too bad to find out, man. I won't be heavily on him, but he's just not that good, and it's the Cam Newton factor. Whenever you have a rushing quarterback, it's just like, oh, he's gonna vulture that touchdown from my running back. And so Joe Mixon, I don't know if he's gonna play, man. He didn't get a practice in. If Joe Mixon's out, you can roll with Samaje Perine at 4-2 against the Niners. I don't mind it. He should get the lion's share of the workload. You guys already know Cincinnati loves to run the ball. So, yeah, Perine for value if he's out, if Joe Mixon is out, because Joe Mixon's just been sensational, man. He had a down week last week, but they're rushing the ball 30 times a game. So keep that in mind when you might want to click on Perine. And then the freaking Dallas backfield, man. You got Ezekiel Elliott and then Tony Pollard. Let's see here. He did not practice on Friday. If Tony Pollard's out, I like Zeke more, but Zeke has looked like absolute garbage. And, he's playing hurt, man. That's all it is. He's playing hurt, but at 7-3, I just can't do it at that price tag. Can't do it, fam. But that's it for running backs. So let's go to wide receivers. All right, so you got your top options here. Stephon Diggs. Against Tampa, I'm not so high on. Deebo Samuel, I don't think he's going to play. CeeDee Lamb is the way to go for me, especially for them Dallas stacks. He's 7.2K. Coming off a game where he had 13 targets. 13 targets, and Washington's ranked 29th in the league, man. So they give a lot of fantasy points to wide receivers. And CeeDee Lamb is Dak's favorite target. Get him in there, guys. Tyler Lockett's fine for 6-7. It's just a matchup against Houston, man. He should be able to get open deep in the field, and that's his bread and butter, man. Metcalf hasn't been getting much love lately. It's been the Tyler Lockett show. But, 6.7K is not too bad. I think a lot of people are going to be on DJ Moore, Hunter Renfrow this year. I'm fading the Raiders, man. I've just seen it too many freaking times. Kansas City just owns them, and it gets ugly. So, yeah, I'm not going to be on the chalky Renfrow or DJ Moore. I'm just going to pass on those two. Brandon Ayuk, if Deebo Samuel is out, I know he went out there and got everybody in the prison pocket last week, including myself. But, yeah, he's first in line, man, against Cincinnati. If Deebo Samuel's out, I'll go back to Ayuk at 5.8K. Just hope to God, if you're rostering him, it's not the George Kittle show like it was last time. Michael Gallup's fine, too, part of that Dallas stack at 5.5K. He gets consistent targets, guys. He gets peppered with targets, 10 to 8 targets a week in his last 3. So even with Amari Cooper in, I still like Gallup. Jarvis Landry, 5.4K, I think is pretty good value. Double-digit fantasy points in his last 2. He's been getting targets, man, ever since, what's his name, left town. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So it's Jarvis Landry's team from here on in, and he's gotten 10 and 8 targets in his last 2. It's an ugly game, Cleveland and Baltimore, but yeah, man, Baltimore's defense is not what it used to be. They're 22nd in the league against receivers. So last time he faced him, he got a 19. Yeah, man, give me some Jarvis Landry at 5.4. I think it's too cheap. Tyreek Hill, 8.5K if you want to pair him up with Patrick Mahomes. I don't think it's necessary. We'll get to that when we get to tight ends. But, yeah, he's in play. Godwin, Mike Evans, if you guys are going to play Tom Brady, those guys are going to play. But, again, Buffalo's first in the league. First in the league. They're the stingiest in the league at giving up fantasy points to receivers. So, like I said, it could be the Fournette show. We'll see. T. Higgins has been phenomenal lately. He's 6.4K. Let's see. He was limited in practice on Friday. Whenever I see limited, most of the time that means they're going to play. If he plays, I love him at 6.4K. Now, if he's out, I think you got to go Jamar Chase and just pay up. But if he's going to play, I like what I've been seeing out of T. Higgins, man. He's been finding ways to get open, and he's getting peppered with targets. So I do like that. It's just if Joe Burrow is going to look good or bad. Joe Burrow, when he looks bad, he looks bad. So that's why they run the ball so much. Russell Gage, 5.7K going up against Carolina. 8, 7, 12. Finally, we're getting to see the Russell Gage that we've expected to see. He should be the number one wide receiver in Atlanta. Matt Ryan's been peppering him with targets, man. 10, 18, 26 DraftKings points in his last 3. Atlanta's not going down without a fight, man. They're looking to play spoiler here. So 5.7K. Give me some Russell Gage. And Jamison Crowder, 4.7. Should be his to have, man. And New Orleans is 28th in the league against wide receivers. So with no Elijah Mitchell, man, Jamison Crowder should get a lion's share of the targets. But it's the Jets, right? But New Orleans, like I said, 28th in the league against wide receivers. Give me some Jamison Crowder. Hopefully he's low owned at 4.7K. And we can get him at least double-digit fantasy points. We're happy about that. Deshaun Jackson is the only Raider that I would say may be in play because Carr might be forced to chuck it. And Deshaun Jackson, the deep threat, he's all or nothing, man. But I think he gets more than one target this week. If the Raiders fall behind, they're going to have to go deep and get some quick touchdowns. So Deshaun Jackson could be in play at 3.9. He's boom or bust, though. Boom or bust. But you'll get him at very low ownership. I'm just trying to get different. Same with Gabriel Davis, right? Had a great week last week against, in that windy weather, right? Surprised the hell out of me because normally he's the deep threat. But when the wind was at their back, Josh Allen was just throwing it, chucking it to Gabriel Davis. I think it keeps it going. And at 3.5K, I think he gets open, man. He gets open. Beasley's going to be covered. Diggs is going to be covered. So Gabriel Davis, man, 3.5K could get overlooked here. And that's good value. Jalen Guyton for 3-4. 4 targets last week, 19 DraftKings points. He should get more targets. Without Keenan Allen, but it could be the Austin Eckler show. So, but at 3-4, hey, let's find out, man. That's good value. So I can really see myself paying down at wide receiver this week. There's some good value there. And let's go to tight end, where I can see myself paying up this week. You got Travis Kelce at 7.4K. Now, granted, he hasn't had the best season, but he destroys the Raiders. Every time they play, you would think the Raiders would know by now. And the Raiders are the absolute worst at covering tight ends this year, guys. They're ranked 32nd in the league right here. They give the most fantasy points to tight ends in the league, hands down. Travis Kelce is the Raider killer. So get him in there at 7.4K. I would stack him with Mahomes before I would go Tyreek Hill. George Kittle, if they run the same plan like they did last week at 6.9K where he gets 12 targets, yeah, give me George Kittle. It's either going to be the George Kittle or the Brandon Ayuk show, guys. So I ain't touching the running backs on that team. Without Elijah Mitchell, I mean, it's bad. It's bad. So I think they're going to air it out. Garoppolo, geez, I don't know how he's still a quarterback in the NFL. Mind you, a starting quarterback, but I mean, he does seem to find a way somehow to win these games. So he'll look Kittle's way, I'm sure. Rob Gronkowski at 6K. Buffalo's 5th in the league against tight ends, but we're talking about Gronk, man. He found his fountain of youth. He's only 6K, 22, 22, 13. Tom Brady's favorite target, obviously, especially red zone target, because we want touchdowns. So Gronk's going to have a big week. Mark Andrews is fine at 5'9". He's had a little bit of case of dropping the ball lately. It's been painful to watch, but Lamar's favorite target, 5.9K. If you can get Lamar Jackson, you got to pair him up with Andrews. Then you got Dalton Schultz, who's just he's just a safety blanket, right? He's a safe play at 5'4". He's not going to dud on you. He'll get 5 to 8 targets, which is what he's been getting. Anywhere, his ceiling's just pretty much capped, right? So you're not expecting a high ceiling game out of him, but I don't mind it with a Dak Prescott stack. Then you got Ricky Seals-Jones coming back from injury, going up against Dallas. He's only 3.6, so number 1 tight end in Washington. You can take a shot there, GBP only. Gerald Everett, lately he's been Russell Wilson's favorite target. 3.5K, 6-9 targets in his last 2, 3-15 DK points. And he looks for Gerald Everett in the end zone too. So Houston's 25th in the league against tight ends, so I do like that. Evan Ingram's in play at 3.5K, going up against the Chargers. They're 29th in the league against tight ends. And he hasn't been too bad. I mean, for 3.5K, just hopefully get you double-digit fantasy points. 10, 7, and 3 in his last 3, but the targets have been there. 6 and 5 respectively, but give me Jared Cook, man. Jared Cook at 3.2K. I think he crushes this price tag. I think it might be the Jared Cook and Mike Williams and Austin Eckler show. But Jared Cook will be more involved in the offense. He'll get more targets, or he'll dud. But like I said, I'm going to play the numbers. I'm going to play the strategies that's open. If it works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. But you got to get a little lucky to win these Millie Makers tournaments. So Jared Cook, we'll see at his ownership. If he's at uber chalk, I'll fade him. But if he's somewhat low, but I'm just probably going to pay up at tight end. Dawson Knox at 5K is a great option. I would say, probably one of Josh Allen's favorite targets. He just had a bad week last week. It was shitty weather. But other than that, Dawson Knox is pretty good, man. 18, 14 before that. He gets anywhere from 3 to 10 targets a game. He was still targeted 6 times last game in that bad weather game. But, yeah, I like Dawson Knox. He ain't getting no love. He's 5K. And that's going to do it. Let's look at defenses real quick. I normally always punt a defense. Always. Just hope they don't get you a negative, right? That's all you can do. There's actually some decent, cheap ones here. Houston, Detroit. They're not going to win you, they're not going to get 20, but, I mean, they'll keep you in the positive for sure. If you think Cam is going to take another dump, you can go Atlanta. The Raiders should be bottom of the barrel. You ask me personally, but I won't ever go over 3K ever. Baltimore's okay with Baker Mayfield all banged up. So yeah, Texans, Lions, Falcons, and the Ravens. That's about as far as I'll go, guys. And that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's almost fight time. We got about an hour to go. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below. And if you want to join the DFS club, it's real simple, guys. You want my lineups, ownership, projections, top stacks, it's dfsclub.com. Click join now, click my logo, and then pick your plans, and you're in just like that, guys. Thank you guys so much. Draft Dashboard, $1 for 30 days. Let's get this bread on Sunday, man. Somebody out there, let me hear you when you hear that, when you win that $1 million. Let me hear it in the comments, guys. Take care.